The software runs secretly on smartphones, shedding light on what their owners are doing.
You the police?
Wow, they're spying on us too. Hello, my name is Marc Drouinaud Jr. If you're new here, I do cyber-related videos. So the police are using this special spyware to spy on people like you and I. We got to get right into it. We're going dark. So this is courtesy of Steven Shanklin at cnet.com. And the special version spyware is called Pegasus. So for digital spying technology, it's a doozy of a case. Security researchers have revealed evidence of attempted or successful installations of Pegasus, which is software made by Israel-based cybersecurity company NSO Group, on phones belonging to activists, rights workers, journalists, and business people. They appear to have been targets of secret surveillance by software that's intended to help governments pursue criminals and terrorists. And as the months go by, more and more Pegasus infections are emerging. The most recent revelation is that Pegasus infected the phones of at least 30 Thai activists, according to a July report from Citizen Lab, a Canadian security organization at the University of Toronto. Apple warned those with affected phones in November. To try to thwart such attacks, Apple has built a new lockdown mode into iOS 16. Its iPhone software update due to arrive later in 2022 and into its upcoming macOS Ventura. The US government is one of the most powerful forces unleashed against Pegasus, even though the CIA and FBI were Pegasus customers, as reported by the New York Times in January. The US Justice Department has launched a criminal investigation, The Guardian, said in February, after a whistleblower said NSO Group offered bags of cash for sensitive mobile phone data from the US tech firm Mobilum. The spyware was found on the phones of at least 9 State Department officials who were either based in Uganda or involved in matters associated with the African country, Reuters and the New York Times reported in December. Pegasus is the latest example of how vulnerable we are to digital prying. Our phones store our most personal information, including photos, text messages, and emails. Spyware can reveal directly what's going on in our lives, bypassing the encryption that protects data sent over the internet. Pegasus has been a politically explosive issue that put Israel under pressure from activists and from governments worried about misuse of the software. In November, the US federal government took much stronger action, blocking sale of US technology to NSO by putting the company of the government's entity list. NSO has suspended some countries' Pegasus privileges, but has sought to defend its software and the controls it tries to place on its use. NSO Group didn't respond to a request for comment, and the Justice Department declined to comment. So what is NSO Group? It's an Israel-based company that licenses surveillance software to government agencies. The company says its Pegasus software provides a valuable service because encryption technology has allowed criminals and terrorists to go dark. The software runs secretly on smartphones, shedding light on what their owners are doing. Other companies provide similar software. So let's talk about what is Pegasus. Pegasus is NSO's best-known product. It can be installed remotely without a surveillance target ever having to open a document or website link. According to the Washington Post, Pegasus reveals all to the NSO customers who control it: text messages, photos, emails, videos, and contact lists, and can record phone calls. It can also secretly turn on a phone's microphone and cameras to create new recordings, the Washington Post said. General security practices like updating your software and using two-factor authentication can help keep mainstream hackers at bay, but protection is really hard when expert, well-funded attackers concentrate their resources on an individual. And Pegasus installations have employed zero-click attacks that take advantage of vulnerabilities in software like Apple Messages or Meta's WhatsApp to silently install software. Pegasus isn't supposed to be used to go after activists, journalists, and politicians. NSO Group licenses its products only to government intelligence and law enforcement agencies for the sole purpose of preventing and investigating terror and serious crime, the company says on its website. Our vetted process goes beyond legal and regulatory requirements to ensure the lawful use of our technology as designed. Human rights group Amnesty International, however, documents in detail how it traced compromised smartphones to NSO Group. Citizen Lab said it independently validated Amnesty International's conclusions after examining phone backup data since 2021 and has expanded its Pegasus investigations. In September, though, Apple fixed a security hole that Pegasus exploited for installation on iPhones. Malware often uses collections of such vulnerabilities to gain a foothold on a device and then expand privileges to become more powerful. And also, NSO Group software also runs on Android phones. So why is Pegasus in the news? Forbidden Stories, right, a Paris journalism nonprofit, and Amnesty International, a human rights group, shared with 17 news organizations a list of more than 50,000 phone numbers for people believed to be of interest to NSO customers. The news sites confirmed the identities of many of the individuals on the list and infections on their phones. Of data from 67 phones on the list, 37 exhibited signs of Pegasus installations or attempted installation, according to the Washington Post. Of those 37 phones, 34 were Apple iPhones. The list of 50,000 phone numbers included 10 prime ministers, 3 presidents, and a king, according to an international investigation released in mid-July by the Washington Post and other media outlets. Though there's no proof that being on the list means an NSO attack was attempted or successful. The episode hasn't helped Apple's reputation when it comes to device security. We take any attack on our users very seriously, Federi said. The company said it'll donate 10 million and any damages from the lawsuit to organizations that are advocating for privacy and are pursuing research on online surveillance. That's a drop in the bucket for Apple, which reported a profit of $20 billion for its most recent quarter, and but it can be significant for much smaller organizations, like Citizen Lab. So, what do you think? This is crazy that this NSO group, well, actually it's not crazy because they are spying on, bad people and such, but wow, they're spying on us too. Like, they can see our text messages, they can see our contact list. Wow, what do you guys think? Do you see this as a breach, or do you see this as a helpful cause? Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. Thank you for your viewership. Please hit the notification bell, click the subscribe button. I really appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day.